Can one acknowledge the good things Genghis Khan did while condemning the bad?
Yes, it is possible to acknowledge both the good and the bad things that Genghis Khan did. Genghis Khan is a historical figure who was the founder and first emperor of the Mongol Empire, which was one of the largest empires in history. While he is often remembered for his military conquests and the widespread destruction that resulted from them, it is also true that he brought about significant political, economic, and cultural reforms that had a lasting impact on the region. For example, Genghis Khan is credited with creating a unified legal code, promoting religious tolerance, and establishing a system of communication and trade that facilitated the spread of ideas and goods across the empire. These reforms helped to promote stability and prosperity within the empire and a lasting impact on the region. At the same time, it is important to acknowledge and condemn the violence and destruction that Genghis Khan and his armies inflicted on countless people and communities during their conquest. The impact of these actions on the affected populations was devastating, and it is essential to recognize and remember the suffering and loss of life that resulted from them. In short, it is possible to acknowledge both the positive and negative aspects of Genghis Khan's legacy, but it is important to do so in a nuanced and balanced manner that recognizes both the reforms he brought about and the destruction he caused.
Why is Genghis Khan so revered and Hitler so condemned when you take into consideration that in terms of percentage of human population, Genghis Khan killed more people?
Genghis Khan is revered in some parts of the world for his military prowess, political reforms, and cultural impact. As I mentioned in my previous response, at the same time, his actions resulted in widespread death and destruction, and he is often remembered as a ruthless conqueror. On the other hand, Hitler is widely condemned for his role as the leader of Nazi Germany and his role in the Holocaust, which resulted in the systematic extermination of 6 million Jews and other minority groups during World War I. Hitler's actions were rooted in a hateful ideology that promoted the idea of Aryan superiority and the extermination of those deemed inferior. The distinction between these two leaders lies in the nature of their actions and their impact on the world. Hitler's actions were rooted in a hateful ideology and resulted in widespread suffering and death on a massive scale, and this is why he is widely condemned today. On the other hand, while Genghis Khan's actions also resulted in widespread death and destruction, they are viewed differently because they took place in a different time, cultural context, and were motivated by different factors. In short, while both Genghis Khan and Hitler were responsible for significant death and destruction, they are viewed differently because of the nature of their actions, the ideology that motivated them, and the impact they had on the world.
Was Genghis Khan's religious toleration more so just a result of him getting too big in order to enforce his beliefs on others?
Genghis Khan and his successors encountered a wide range of religious beliefs and practices, and it was in their interest to maintain stability and avoid conflict within their territories. To this end, they adopted a policy of religious tolerance, allowing people to continue practicing their own beliefs and customs. This helped to promote stability within the empire and allowed different religious and cultural groups to coexist peacefully. However, this policy of religious tolerance was not based on a commitment to the principle of religious freedom, but rather on a desire to maintain stability and avoid conflict. Genghis Khan and his successors were not known for promoting religious freedom or pluralism as a principle, and there are instances of religious repression and violence within the empire. In short, while Genghis Khan's policies of religious tolerance may have helped to promote stability and allowed different religious groups to coexist, they were not motivated by a commitment to religious freedom or pluralism. Instead, they were based on practical considerations aimed at maintaining stability and avoiding conflict within the empire.